Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti on this beautiful Friday morning in Bland. A little bit chilly at about 4 degrees, Pete.
Sun's nice, Darren, around our ear rails. I'm just trying to see, we're live with Facebook again, but the glare, I can think 2 radio heads are in there, Darren, I think.
That's it. So nothing's changed from last week.
No.
Sorry about last week. We're up at some start and the coverage wasn't real good, so I pixelated a bit and didn't really work on Facebook today. Hopefully it's much better. Righto, Pete, let's go back 4 runners to cover. Where do we start?
We start by finding the right page in the diary. We go back to last Saturday. We had 2 runners at Caulfield being collectible. We'll talk about her first. Finished 6th. Bit flat, Darren. Now in the paddock.
Yeah, she's gone for a break. A little bit frustrating that when she had her best runs, she drew off the track and she was doing all the work, covering all the ground and really hitting the line. Then finally we get to a race that looked perfect on paper. Drew well, extra distance, the suit, and what happens? She's flat and goes to the paddock.
Yeah, disappointing because she ran well enough to win a race, all prep, but just didn't quite happen. And of course, the phone's ringing there, and yep, we're back.
Right.
I don't think the phone, so whoever that was, it didn't cut us off, so bad luck.
Right.
It was an ordinary Saturday for us, and it continued with Crack the Code. She was run off her feet, I think, Darren. She finished 8th, beaten about 5, but never really travelled all.
We're in trouble. We were in trouble. She started favourite. She was back late, and we're in trouble at 600. She was off the bridle, struggling. They went very, very hard early. They were running 10.6, 10.4s. She never travelled, never relaxed, never was able to breathe properly. She was gone at the 600. She battled on the corner. Jockey came back, couldn't really make too many excuses for her, other than maybe she didn't handle the ground. So, you know, that's a disappointing run. So we'll regroup. I did note that she's had 3 runs now on soft tracks and
struggled.
Never run a place. So given the fact it won't stop raining, we'll just have to wait till the tracks dry out. But she's a better filly than that.
There's the Cochrane, but then there's it's also another race that's a little bit lesser in class, so I suppose
It'll depend on the weather.
Pinpoint that out. Social Spin kicked off his prep over at Morphettville, and 200 I thought he was going to run right to the race, but the last 100 he was just a bit plain.
He was very ordinary. Once again, he's come off a long layoff. He had a chip removed. Went over there. The trip over there was to give him a trip away to try and build his fitness quickly. He's a horse that always takes a run or 2 to find his stride. Well, he'll need to, Pete, because he didn't really find his stride there. 5th of 6th in a moderate race, and never really looked comfortable, never looked to travel to my eye. Jockey could offer nothing, just said he was a bit disinterested, which was a concern. So Mr. Price and Mr. Kent will have to weave some magic.
So we're talking about that race at Flemington 1400, but might have to rejig those plans.
Doubt he'll be going there.
Yeah, rejig those plans. So
yeah, it's a very plain day on Saturday, Pete. Lucky the alcohol was cold and the food was good.
Yeah, the best bets were off.
3 of our key spring horses running well below par.
That's right. Anyway, can only be up from here. I ventured down to, I'm going to think of the day, I think it was Tuesday, to Pakenham. We had Serious Deal in a 2200 metre race, come back in trip, went to a firmer surface. Plans were to lead or be roundabout, and what happens? He sort of half rears at the start, and we had to ride him back for back the fence.
How far do you reckon he missed the start by?
Oh, it wasn't a lot, it was just more that instead of being at the front of the bunch,
where was he?
3 or 4 backs the fence, you know.
At least.
Now, from there, the ride was terrific, but the horse is just not good enough to, at this stage, just to win the races from there. And that said, about the 150, the first 3 were still behind us. Yep. So they've got past us, so it probably just tells us where he is. But he can win one of these races. It's just a matter of everything going right.
I think he's at the crossroads, and I think they're going to try blinkers.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that he's a horse that runs further than 2,000 myself.
Yeah.
Nothing in the family has. And, I think Matt's got to get him back to a shorter trip and blinkers on, and he'll be racing for his future.
He was looking for a 2,000, but was just nothing about, so...
Definitely doesn't handle the wet.
No, so we need to find the 2, whether it's synthetic or turf or we'll have a look at the calendar in the next couple of weeks.
Last year we had good 3s at this time of year. This year we got heavy 8s, so it's very, very frustrating to get on top of the ground.
There's people sending messages here, and I'm just telling these guys we can't read them because of the glare. So
yeah, the glare's shocking.
So that was it. We only had the 4 runners, and yeah, not the results we're looking for.
We're up and about early today, Pete, because I'm going home to get ready to go to Bendigo to watch Fact or Fable go around at 2:30.
Yep. Field of 6.
Only 6 runners. What price is she?
She's 3. She was 4. I noticed she's into 380.
Right.
There's a couple at the top that have got a bit of a form. Danny O'Brien's and one of Mars that are talking it up as going to win the race, called Sea Tonic.
We're going to Bendigo on a Friday, and we've got a couple of horses in there that have won in town or placed in town.
Yeah, no, they've both won in town, the top 2.
So how's that? That just shows you we are in spring.
It's a benchmark 64 for girls. And like you would just think, it just shows you what happens in the spring, doesn't it?
Well, they get forced out because they can't get runs in group races, and trainers are looking for country venues to kick them off and get their ratings up.
Yep.
So we have to take them on and try and beat them. Now, having said that, this filly did trial very, very well at Cranbourne a couple of weeks ago. Luke Curry was that impressed that he booked himself to ride her wherever she went, and he's on it today at Bendigo. So I need to have a look at her in the yard. You need to have a look in the yard. You need to see where the bedding is late.
Yeah.
I don't know whether she's ready to win first up or not. The stable's sort of saying she'll improve on what she does today. She's a good filly. She's got good ability. I just don't know where she sits in relation to these other 2 good fillies. Fitness-wise, I think ability-wise she can match them.
Yeah.
It's just fitness-wise. So we'll have a good look in the yard, and the money will tell the story.
She won there, obviously first up last time, and the form out of that race has been excellent.
She's very clean-winded, so fingers crossed she can, run a really good race.
Yep. Saturday, tomorrow, I'll go to the Valley. We've got Connery.
Race 1.
Yeah, race 1. It is that lower class race of the day, so they've got it up early. 1600 drawn, 15 scratchings will bring him into 11 of 13. A lot of speed in the race. I just happened to hear that coming out, that the gurus were saying there's a heap of speed. So I suppose that means we should be able to just slot in behind the main pack somewhere and hopefully get a trail into the race. And he's going to be 20 to 1.
At best, he's going to be running midfield.
Yeah.
But we have to run. We need to be running while there's cutting the ground.
Yeah.
But once again, we're in Melbourne in spring on a Saturday, and it's good for everyone to get along to the races and see these horses and be part of it. But in reality, he'd have to bring his best form.
Yeah.
And even at his best form, he's probably just a top 6 chance at best.
Michael Poy rides claiming 2, so we're a little weight relief, but probably needed 2.
Yep, 100%.
Same day we've got Tulpa, who's back after injury, and she again has drawn wide. We're copping all these wide barrier draws, but heads to Seymour, and just had a discussion with the stable, Darren, that we just need to kick her off.
Yeah, interesting to see Bo Mertens going up to Seymour on a Saturday. Just shows you how hard it is to get a city race at this time of year, a ride.
Not only the horses get pushed out of the country.
Yeah. So anyway, Tulpa's, she had a chip out during the winter. She's done all her rehab and she's back. She was very consistent last time without winning.
4 seconds in a row, Darren.
Tries very hard. Look, she's going to need this run. She's going to be rusty. She's going to be underdone. Seymour out of the chute. There's only one bend. I can't see her winning this, but I can see her running midfield. I just want to see her go around, pull up well, trot back sound, and then we can push her out in distance, and hopefully we can find that elusive win somewhere down the track. But if we don't run from that gate, we're behind the 8 ball, and when she just won't be ready for another fortnight. So
that's
got to kick her off.
So that's Saturday. Nothing Sunday. It's Sunday actually is the big jumps day out of Ballarat.
Your jumper going around?
Don't know. He's in, but he's
struggling.
He's just a horse with a few little issues and just needs to be 100%. Name, he just won't run them if they're not right. So
he won't be running much.
Jumping
season's nearly over, Pete.
Oh no, well he was in the paddock. This is I can remember we did this once. The horse was in the paddock and then brought it back at 1. So it's only a field of 6 or 7. She'll make her mind up. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
So cheer there.
No Felix Bay, maybe not. Monday, we're excited to see this bloke back. Periscope. obviously a few issues after the Echuca run, which Paul's attended to. Trialled nicely on Wednesday at Stall.
You were there?
I was there.
Did you video it?
I did.
And what'd you think?
Well, it was a nice trial. They put the blinkers on him and it sharpened him up. He sat up outside.
Where'd you run in the trial?
Second, third.
Third.
Okay.
How far did you get beat?
Length and half, 2 maybe. Yeah.
2 lengths to who?
I don't know the name of the winner, but it ran second in a Group 2 in New Zealand.
Right.
And the third horse, the horse that just beat us, that ran second, was Gaelic Chieftain.
Group horses.
Strong form.
And we're a maiden.
You were a maiden.
Do we have to spell it out, guys? Periscope Monday at Swan Hill, blinkers on.
Like Paul said,
Look out if he's backed.
Needs 2,000, but
How far's the race?
16 at Swan Hill can be like 18. You got that big straight.
What odds would Garlic Chieftain be if he was there on Monday?
You write your own ticket about $1.02, I reckon. Look.
You're declaring him, mate.
No, I'm not declaring him. I don't want
You're declaring him.
If I declare
You
him,
declared him off air.
declare him, that's a moz.
You rang me Wednesday from the trials and said he's immoral.
Well, Paul was pretty keen. I said, what do you reckon of that trial?
Did you watch Street Baby trial?
Did trial.
Surprise Baby.
Surprise baby. I watched it trial.
How'd it go?
Yeah, no, went enormous.
Big spruik for the Melbourne Cup.
He's going Fern to the Bart Cummings.
Right.
He said, I need 2 races to get to the Melbourne Cup. Well,
Right.
Fern is...
Needs to win one of them, though.
the Fern's the
Got to win the
clean
Bart
out.
Cummings.
Yeah, Fern's the clean out for the Bart Cummings. He's telling me this horse, he said I could set it in a 1,200 metre race or a 2,000 metre race. It's that
Make no
clean winded.
difference. Yep.
It's just...
That's your tip for the Cup, isn't it?
Oh, I just hope he wins for the
That's your
country
tip.
boy.
You're on, aren't you? 200s.
You're on?
You got 200s? He's
No,
in
I didn't.
25s.
No, I never. I'm too slow for all that sort of stuff, so I'm watching and hoping. You got on by the sounds.
Why not?
That Roderer had his first start at, I think it was Sale.
Sale? Yep.
He potentially is up. We haven't got the fields out for Swan Hill yet. Potentially up there at Swan Hill as well.
Could go there. I think he's leaning towards that, or Mornington.
Geez, that track will suit him.
We need it dry.
Well, they're hoping there's going to be 5.
Right.
Yeah, so that's as good as you can get this time of year
A
anyway.
little bit hard on a Friday to find out what these trainers think they're doing on a Monday.
Yeah, think what they're doing any day, Darren.
That's how Sunday goes, I guess.
French Fizz was also going to, they're contemplating going, but he's going to give her a bit more time just to find the right race for her.
We're not going. Yep.
Not going. Well, that's what I was told yesterday. Trainers can change their mind, Darren.
At this stage, French Fizz is not running
going.
at Swan Hill on Monday.
And that cuts us out. Now, speaking of today, we did have Ransom Money who was scratched.
Yep.
He
Two
go,
red.
yeah, Mitch got someone up there to walk the track, and it's definitely a 7.
7 at Bendigo.
Yeah, today. It may dry a little but he's a horse that, you just need firm surface, and probably his synthetic runs have showed that, so he goes to Pakenham today week.
Friday week.
Yeah.
Right. Next Friday.
Yeah, next
31st.
Friday. Yep, over 1,600 bench
Might
races.
be the 30th. Okay.
Yep, so that cuts us out with everything.
Now, you had a message for your syndicate managers out there, Pete.
Yeah, look,
You had a few complaints
well,
from syndicate members.
I'm just getting well, not so much complaints, but they're ringing up and going, oh,
Lack
what's
of
the horses
information.
doing? I'm not getting the info. So if you are a manager, and I know this because I manage about 6 or 7 groups, and I do forget occasionally, you just need to relay your messages on to your syndicate members.
So what we're saying is, if you're in a syndicate that's managed by someone other than us,
Yeah,
the trainers only send that message to
the
your
manager.
syndicate manager. So if you don't forward it on to your syndicate members, they don't know what's going on.
no,
Then they have to ring us to find out what's going on. So that's your job.
yeah,
That's why you're on the big bucks.
exactly. So,
Do you want to name a few?
no, I'm not naming any.
Come
There's
on.
probably a few that just rang me are probably getting wind of who we're talking about.
3 or 4 of them
Yeah, look.
come to mind.
Oh, Connery's running tomorrow, guys.
What? One of the syndicate managers hasn't told anyone?
Oh, I'm not having a go.
Warnable syndicate manager even.
It's a gentle message, Darren.
Does he own an MG or a Porsche?
Probably both.
Too busy drinking coffee, that bloke.
Just
Update his members.
Just a gentle message. Is he watching live?
No, even that faithful.
So
Anyway,
it's
you're
just,
on to them, Pete.
Yeah, it's just. Look,
You're going to email them.
I'll send a message out as well in writing.
So if you're a syndicate member and you're not getting your updates, attack your syndicate manager.
Yeah.
And if you're not happy, sack him.
Yeah.
Have a mutiny. Take over.
take
Or, better still, buy 5%, get your name in the book.
That's it. That's it.
How's that?
We've got a few 5%ers there, Darren.
We have. Still got a couple to sell.
Yeah, bit of interest in a couple of horses, which is good.
All right, what else have you got?
What else have we
Now
got?
that you've bagged out all the syndicate managers.
There's a foal from Manning Tree Park.
Yeah, we have one foal during the week, a Keebma feed.
Yep.
Filly. Arrived about 14 days overdue. First foal, not uncommon.
The mums have been very protective in this cold weather, haven't they? Holding back.
Yeah, they have. There's 6 in the foaling paddock. I would hope by this time next week, Pete, we might have had 3.
Yep. 3. What are the first ones off the cabs off the rank?
Supper Babe's ready to go.
Yep.
What's she in foal there? Vancouver.
No idea.
Who else is there? Mumbai in foal to what's it called?
Piero.
Pryor.
Oh, Pryor. Oh, Pryor.
They look good types, the
Pryor.
foals I've seen on Twitter.
How old would he be?
Pryor. No, just off the track first
I was
season.
going to say, yeah.
Yep, they look really good types. Who else is in there ready to foal? There's 4 others.
Yep.
One of Stokes's mares is in there.
So they'll be all
Anyway,
popping
the
out there
videos,
soon.
we pop them up on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you follow us on Twitter, you'll see the foals there.
Yep.
And it's all happening. First 4 dry mares head off to Scone on Monday.
Had his little jacket on, that little fella the other day, or girl, or a little filly, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mum sniffed its head and it jumped up.
Yeah,
It was
it did.
asleep. Got to fright the poor little thing.
Yeah.
1,000 people watched that video, Pete.
It's unreal. I love it when little foals are on the ground. I notice a lot of the studs are all very invested in everyone else and what's going on, and love checking it out. So
We're in the full swing now.
yeah. Any Melbourne Cup news, Darren?
Close.
Close. Watch out.
Next week
Close.
we'll be. I think by this time next week we'll be announcing our new Melbourne Cup horse. Subject. It's just got to pass the vet, but
Should I rattle the money box?
deal's done.
Shit, I've been locked. Too late.
Sold out.
Oh, jeez. Just talking Melbourne Cup, obviously Yogi's owners are knowing what's going on, but there's also a lot of interest from followers of Yogi.
What is going on with Yogi, Pete?
He's he had a little bit of time off.
Yep, had a good spell.
Yeah, and he's been back 10 days, I think it is.
Yep.
Trotting around. His next race is the end of September. I think it's grand final weekend.
Right.
Colin-
In Sydney, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is how clean-winded this horse. He's 2400 first up. Colin Stevens, Group 3. And then they'll get a measurement of how he goes in that, and the Metropolitans.
I think it's a good move, Pete, keeping this horse up in Sydney. Obviously, he raced in Brisbane with no luck. He's come back and had a little, well, not a spell, but he's been in a paddock and been worked on the beach. And as we all know, we've probably had the wettest winter down here for 20 years, and it was cold this morning.
Yeah.
This horse is up there sunbaking in probably high teens, low 20s.
Goes to the beach every day.
And I just got a feeling this spring, a lot of the Melbourne horses are going to be behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
Because we haven't, every time we've gone to trial, the tracks are heavy. You can't really, trial them hard.
No.
I'm sure the Melbourne horses are behind the 8 ball.
Yep.
And I think we saw it last weekend with a couple of Sydney horses come down of, what's his name? Cummings. And just smashed them in the 3-year-olds.
Yeah.
And they were just too good. They were too fit. And in the yard, their coats looked like silk compared to ours.
Yeah.
Ours was still sort of half hairy.
They're sort of conditioned up quicker, haven't they?
Yeah, and I reckon they just might be a little bit ahead. So just be wary of these Sydney Raiders early in the spring.
Yeah.
And James Cummings is a gun, in my opinion, and he's got a really good hand. But I just think these horses up in Sydney are going to have a strategic advantage for the first half of the spring.
Yep.
Ours will catch up as soon as it warms up and dries out. But just talking to some of the trainers, most of them are either a half a gallop or a gallop behind on where they want to be.
Yep. Makes sense. And just looking at Yogi, they've sent a couple of videos out this
see
week.
his coat?
And he looks magnificent.
So he's, if he runs good,
Yeah.
there's a little qualification race there somewhere for him.
Yeah.
On his way through to see where we can play at Flemington in November.
Well, after this race, you get a gauge of what he's doing, and then the Metropolitan can give you.
That's a week later.
Is it a week later?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 weeks later. Oh well, they might be retargeting.
Yeah, they might. Anyway,
Because I know what happened is though, for the first 2 or 3 weeks, he didn't put on a lot of weight, and they just wanted a bit more body on him. So it may have to reprogram what they're doing. But I mean, that Group 3 race, it's a nice race. It'd be over 150,000.
he'll be nominated for the Melbourne Cup.
Yep.
He's just got to prove to us that he's worth taking.
Yep.
The benchmark is: do we think he can run in the top 12 and get the 150 or 200 grand?
Money back.
Yes or no? If we don't think he can run in the first half, there's no point going. If we think he can run the first half. Why wouldn't you roll the dice?
Yeah, that's right. And then, after that, you got your Sandown Cups and all that again. The fact that they can space his runs.
What are you doing Sandown Cup Day, Pete?
I might go to a party, Darren.
Might go to a Manning Tree Park ATB party.
Christmas party?
Sandown Cup Day, guys.
Yep.
It's on again.
Sandown Cup Day.
Do you know how far away that is?
Just under 12 weeks. It's 3 months. How
did that happen?
Talking about Santa again. Jeez.
How did that happen?
We'll have
12 weeks, what?
Yeah, unreal.
This year is gone.
It's had it. We'll get through the spring and we're there.
Last week of the footies game.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Geelong
right.
are playing your mob, Carlton.
Actually, Cole favour. Just said I've got some tickets to the game tomorrow. I've just got to.
Are you going?
Well, I've got to go to Connery's. It doesn't start till later that evening.
Going?
I'll try and work out with them.
Gee, it's hard to get a straight answer.
Well, I'm trying to get a crew to go with me.
You got no mates?
I've got no mates.
All right, anyone out there wants to go to footy with Pete? Please, message in. He's got no mates.
Just upset me 3 kids.
Are they yours?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, they look like it.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
3 do, 2 don't.
Nothing further to be said there.
Yeah, so that's the Christmas party, not far away. We'll have our
Better hurry up and get the book done.
Tipping competition again. We'll have half a dozen horses parading, a couple of 3 yearlings and a couple others.
6.
Yep, that's half a dozen.
Well done. Masses, you're flying.
Fly today. I've got not much other news. We had a good day at Sun Stud the other day, even though people couldn't see it live on Facebook.
I'll tell you what, it was a different day to today.
Yeah. It was
rained.
A bit of everything.
But the horses were in good order. I was really taken with their new horse.
Yep.
National Defence.
Yeah.
I thought he's a nice, balanced individual.
He had a nice coat too.
Yeah, he looks good. He needs a big, strong colonial mare. You wouldn't want to be sending a small mare to him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I thought he looked really, really good. And I thought Palantino looked outstanding.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he put a saddle on him and sent him to the races. He looked that good. Hey, just talking about internationals and stars, you didn't happen to hear Sandy McGregor on RSN yesterday?
No.
Phew, did he have a swipe? About 5 or 6 different swipes at different people, including syndicators.
Why?
Just said he wouldn't trust them as far as he could kick them.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice of him.
Yeah. So anyway, if you go to the RSN site and grab that podcast.
So he's obviously had a bad experience.
Must have.
Never had a horse with us, so.
No. Anyway, he's rich enough just to own and by himself. He doesn't have to worry about syndicators.
Okay, well, good on him.
Yeah. But anyway, he had a bit of a swipe. So anyway, I don't mind people speaking their minds as long
Well, he's probably half right.
As long as they're right.
He's probably half
As
right.
long as they're right. So it's not everyone. You can't put everyone in the same basket though, Darren.
Oh, well, everyone's got an opinion and they're entitled to share it.
Yes, my mate told me that just like backsides, everyone's got one.
Well, I think at the end of the day, there's some people out there who are just happy to trade horses and make money, and there's other people out there that just want to win the Melbourne Cup.
Yep.
And we'll just buy the right horse. And if we don't get the right horse, we won't have a runner.
No, exactly. And I mean, everyone's...
There's only one option for me this year. If it passes the vet, we're there. If it doesn't pass the vet, we'll wait till next year.
So next week...
Because I don't believe there's... I believe there's only one horse I can buy that I think can beat Cross Counter and Marmello, which are the benchmarks. I don't think there's anything else that's been traded or available that can.
Not even a local?
Oh, I doubt it. I don't think so.
Not even that thing that trialled at stall?
Well, it's got to get to the field, Pete.
Yeah,
I think it's got to have 2 grand finals.
Yeah.
It's going to have to smash him in the Bar Cummings and then get in with a lightweight and have a crack.
Yeah.
It could. And the E-Ball's on tomorrow night, and that's been a great benchmark race. That's the race that Heartbreak City won before he came out and ran second.
Yep.
So I'll be watching that race closely.
The good mare won last night again.
Enable, yes. $1.20.
10 Group 1s.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
Unreal.
And if you do get a chance to watch Enable, just have a look at a win. Not so much a margin or anything, but just look at her action. She looked like a Porsche, the way she was perfectly balanced, stretched out. She doesn't waste any energy. She just is so smooth.
She knows where the post is.
The jockey, like, her back doesn't move. She is just so balanced, and good horses race like that.
And she hasn't been 100% sound either in her
No,
career.
she's had a lot of issues, but you know what? She's so good, and she tries so hard, and she stretches so far. Of course she's going to have issues like Black Caviar and Winks because they strain. They strain their muscles because they're so fluent, they're so fast, and they stretch so much. It's got to hurt, but they're so good.
Yep.
Privileged to see her. Looking forward to watching her in the Arc in a few months.
And the E-Ball's tomorrow night.
E-Ball will be getting up to watch that overnight. Not that we'll be buying anything out of the race. I've got my own thoughts on who can win that race and who can't, and it'll be very interesting to see how it unfolds.
Always a special memory there.
There's a number of horses in there that are coming.
Yeah.
Well, there's a number of horses in there that are coming, but there's a number of horses in there that if they don't win, they won't be coming.
Yeah, that's the point.
You know, there could be 8 that can't get on the plane if they don't win.
Don't win.
There can only be one winner.
Special significance with Heartbreak City and Nikita winning the E-Ball.
Yep, they both won it. It's a very good indicators race. It'll just be interesting to see what happens tomorrow night.
Yep.
All right, until then, and next week, I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti and Belan. Feel like I'm getting sunburn.
Go fact or fable.
That's your best?
Yep.
I don't have a best this week.
No best, you're staying clean.
I got nothing.
Yeah, fact or fable. Periscope to run well.
Periscope to place.
Periscope to place.
Periscope to place.
And a
Fact or fable to win.
A fact or fable. Saver with the Marthing and a Quinella.
With Robbie Griffiths, he's recovering well, as expected. And with him out of the way, his horses might have a hope.
The radio report was saying he's looking for his worksheet this morning. So he's on the mend, Rob, which is great to hear.
They just can't switch off, these trainers.
No.
All right, until next week, I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morgan.